Let's talk about Top G.
Yeah, we doing Top G?
Let's start Top G.
Top G! Okay, for those who don't know, Tristan Tate and Andrew Tate have been released.
With no charges.
But they're still on house arrest. Well, not still, but they got put on house arrest instead of, I guess, finishing the rest of their time and confined.
Which is, so basically they're going to be on house arrest for the next 3 months.
I thought you said 30 days.
30 days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they'll be on house arrest for about 30 months or so. Everyone's trying to get their first reaction out. What do you think's going to happen? What do you think they're going to do?
Yeah, they want... They I think that we did it too. Let me talk about me. I expected them to have a little bit different reaction. First reaction off cuff. I mean, you saw the video? Did Anthony send you guys that video of Andrew Tate when his first words?
No, but I saw it.
Okay, you saw it too.
I'm not sure. I've seen a lot of different videos.
Have you seen him talk since he's been out?
Yeah.
Then that's probably because he only said it was only that one video.
Okay. All right. Cool. So he basically was just like, I'm not. I have no hate in my heart for the country of Romania. Yada yada yada. It was only a few seconds. It was a brief clip. But I guess that's to be expected from him because
absolutely.
But I feel as though he was going to more or less say, and maybe there's more to that clip. The Matrix. I told you we were innocent. I just felt even if he said it in a very Andrew Tate-ish way, which was calm, the real Andrew Tate, not the character. I expected him to kind of say that, but I obviously when they start their podcast back up, I'm sure that more of that will come out.
Yeah, when he gets on the podcast for sure. Actually his reaction was expected in my opinion.
As calm as it was.
Yes. But here's what you might have missed. It's a quiet storm. You can if you really pay attention to his body language and you can hear the depth at which
he's pissed.
He's pissed.
He was choosing his words very carefully.
Very carefully.
He's being very perspicacious.
Hey, where'd you learn that word from, Stephen A?
Top G.
Okay.
That's Top G. Yeah, so is that Stephen A?
I don't know. Stephen A says, he be big old words.
Yeah, so I think that he's I don't know, man. I think this might change him a little bit how he moves in the future.
Yeah, I was listening to the PDP or whatever hell or Valuetainment podcast, and they were talking about how he'll probably move different after this. He'll probably be a little bit more, I guess, calmer in his approach or so. I mean, I don't think we'll actually see anything until, I guess, the verdict or whatever.
After this next 28 days?
Yeah. I don't think we'll see anything super drastic or so because they're still under house arrest.
Yeah.
They have limited mobility. They're obviously going to be monitored and everything. So
yeah, because now that you mention it, what they got was just bail. It's basically bail. Nobody...
basically... but they still haven't charged them with it.
No. But I'm saying you can't really celebrate. It's equivalent to bail.
Oh, I get what you're saying. You're just making it make sense for what we would do in our world.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather be on house arrest than being in jail.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I mean, and plus their house, they have a compound, so they can roam about. You know what I'm saying?
He was like, I hear he's like, I did 7,000 something push-ups.
7,437.
Wow. And I guess he's sure he would count them.
Yeah, and I guess his goal is to get up to 10,000, and he says he's going to continue.
Did you feel like he looked bigger?
Yeah, he gained weight.
Yeah.
His stomach looked a little bigger.
Yeah, the food in there was probably trash.
Oh, I didn't even see his stomach. I mean, I literally saw the one clip.
Oh, okay.
Well, there's another clip of him smoking a cigar, and he's just pacing back and forth. And there's music playing. He's just walking, pacing back and forth.
You could see that he put on jail weight.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was looking at the video I saw. I was looking at his arms and his chest, and I'm like, okay, he's been doing the push-ups. I knew he was doing push-ups, but obviously the gut and stuff that just goes to show you the food in there. He'll lose that.
Yeah, he'll lose it. I think that. So you would think he was gonna wait a while to speak, but also he's kind of drawn to the limelight. I don't think he's gonna be able to wait too long. I would expect that we hear something significant within a week.
Yeah. We'll see. I'm looking forward to it. They also had, when he got released, like a live reaction of I guess Sauce Cast and Destiny.
Oh yeah.
And like a few other girls that were on the panel. One girl that was on that panel.
Oh.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, one girl that was on the panel was like an ex-girlfriend of his.
Brody, I think her name was.
Yeah, something along those lines. And she was like, when she was crying and sobbing, I'm a little close to this situation. But her situation was different because she was with Tristan, and obviously they make a lot of money. He's $100 million billionaire, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Just a lot of bread. And so she got caught up in a situation where she was 21 or
21.
Yeah, she is 21, and she met this guy who's on a yacht, who has all these powerful people with him, who has a lot of money, and she expected him to just be with her. Like, come on, like, you know what this is. And so she got this emotional connection, and she started like crying and saying how she got taken advantage of. It's like, bruh, you know what this is. The people who live this particular lifestyle, you already know what it is.
You already know what it is.
It's literally like a groupie going for Chris Brown and expecting Chris Brown to just settle down for you.
Exactly.
Exactly.
100%.
It's like, come on, you know what comes with this lifestyle.
And not only that, apparently before, the way she met them is through Fresh and Fit. So she was on the Fresh and Fit podcast, and then I guess they do like a yacht party or something else.
Yeah.
And Tristan was on the yacht. Like, what do you? So it really kind of pissed me off.
Yeah,
to be honest, because it's like you're not taking accountability for any role that you played in this.
Yeah.
And they only talked for 2 weeks.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. How much of the emotional connection, or how much do you actually get to know someone in 2 weeks?
2 weeks. 4 years ago, she kept like
4 years ago.
4 years ago, she's crying, sobbing.
The numbers weren't. The math wasn't mathing. She said 4 years ago, but the Fresh and Fit podcast wasn't out 4 years ago. So the math wasn't mathing. So people was like, she's lying. But she was like 4 years ago, 2 weeks, and basically what happened was she like Googled him, I guess, and found out that he had another girlfriend in another country, and she said that she tried to talk to him about it. He's like, I'm not going to talk. Yeah, because you're 2 weeks in.
Yeah. I don't owe you anything.
He doesn't owe you anything. So now she,
Dude, this literally reminds me of, I mean, we don't have to go into this right now, but it, like I was saying, like I had to put some boundaries up. I mean, literally, it sounds like exactly what was happening with me. But there was something that you said about Andrew Tate. Dang, I should have talked. I wasn't trying to cut you off, but I was trying to. I forgot what it was.
Oh man,
Man,
you take some zero in today, man?
Nah.
Hey, don't try to play me.
Ain't no zero in Steven today, man.
No, don't try to play me.
We got normal form Steven.
First of all,
Base form.
Base form.
No. Well, my base form is still good. I've been fruited up.
Pause.
It doesn't. No. Oh, you made it gay by saying pause.
I know.
Okay. All right. I'm talking about food, whole food, real food.
All right.
Okay. Whatever. Anyway, I think that it was on the lines of.
You forgot it.
All right. So, what do you think the move is? Obviously they have to
Wait.
He got it.
I knew once I started talking, it'd come back.
Okay. So, Chris, you were saying that. That they think that he's going to start moving a little different, things of that nature. And I would think that he would. And here's the reason. So I always look at, we look at people's history. So we look at, when creditors, banks, when you loan, they look at your history. When I start a consultation, the first thing I do is I tell people, well, tell me what you've done, what's your health look like, give me your history. Mm-hmm. What our history tells us is what we can expect or what someone's habits are that they're going to do for the future. So if you look at how egregious he was in the beginning, and not in a negative sense, right? But how loud and aggressive, I guess I'll say, that he was before he was like Andrew Tate, the most Googled man in the world, he's consistently toned his message based upon his experiences, right? So after he got, banned and they took his bank accounts and all this stuff, he pulled it way back, right? Got on Rumble, and he would still say stuff on Rumble or whatever. But he pulled it way back. So
I would say on podcasts, like other people's podcasts.
Yeah, because on his Rumble, they be going in.
He still goes.
Well, I'm talking. Well, okay. Well, on in the everyday world where other people can see him on a large site, like he's pulled it way back. So I would imagine that even more now, like even if he's completely innocent, yada yada yada, like their goal was to. I believe their goal was to break him, which I don't think that is going to happen. But I think that as a world master chess player, he's obviously very smart. He understands strategy. He's going to pull it back more, and he's going to. I think that he's going to still get his message out. He's still going to continue to do what he does, but he's not an idiot, and I don't think that he's going to just say, well, it was what it was. I'm free. I'm innocent. Boom, boom, boom. Business as usual. Yeah. Like, no. I think that he's going to continue to do what he does, but he's going to do it more masterfully, and that may mean like these like Bill Gates and things of the world, they will invest into investment companies that invest into investment companies, and it continues to give him levels or degrees of separation that so by the time that it gets to us, we have no idea Andrew Tate is behind this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And right now you think about Hustlers University, yada, 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 we know it's Andrew Tate. But if somebody came out and it was Stevens University, right, and it's the same information, well, even if Andrew was on it, they could say, well, he's just a speaker or he's just one of the teachers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and that's just that's just one thing, but he could do that with a lot of different things. And I think that is the difference between like the elite, the rich, billionaires, the 0.001% of the world, and the rest of the wealthy people. They understand this because they've seen it. They've been groomed to be able to do that, and I think that would be one of the lessons that I would learn if I want to continue to do what I'm going to do. How can I separate myself from it but still have the same or similar impact? What do you think about that?
No, I agree. I think I don't think he'll necessarily go away.
Oh, no.
I think his first week is going to be like massive. A lot of eyes are going to be on it.
Yeah.
And it'll get everyone's attention. I'm assuming he's going to go on Piers Morgan.
He's going to do the circuit.
The first week?
Yeah.
I mean,
no, not the first week.
Not the first week.
And that'll probably be after his cases.
Yeah.
Yeah. After all that closes, because
he couldn't even travel to the UK.
Right.
No, he can't leave it. Well, he's not be able to leave his house.
Do y'all think he'll leave Romania?
Yes.
After this little?
Yeah, I would.
He's likely to go to Dubai.
Yeah.
I would.
I think a lot of people go to Dubai because
they have their laws probably cover the rich and wealthy because that's what they have a lot of.
Yeah, but they're also they're really fair out there. Like their system makes sense. For example, here we can run up as much debt as humanly possible. There's no consequence for it.
Yeah, just file bankruptcy.
File bankruptcy or just don't pay it. Go on the credit, whatever. Nobody cares. Over there, you actually are responsible for that. In Dubai, I've been seeing these videos of people leaving very expensive watches down. Like, people just do not mess with other people's stuff because the punishment is so harsh when you do step out of line. So their crime rate is like nothing. Their murder rate is like nothing. You know what I'm saying?
That's how it is in a lot of countries out there, though. They're like in China or even.
Well, that's a communist country.
Yeah,
that's why.
I mean, because
it's a different approach.
You steal something, they'll cut your hand off. I mean, I don't know if they still do that, but that was a thing. We've never done that at any point in our history,
like that. Yeah.
Right? But then you have things in history that still linger, even if the law changes. Things will still linger,
or the law doesn't change,
or the law doesn't change.
A lot of those laws are still there; they just don't necessarily use them.
And we have some of those too, but
we have a lot of them.
I think he's going to be very quiet, just like Mel. I think you said it, and I think it'll be longer than a week. I think for this month, if it was me. Because I've been in a similar situation. I would be very quiet.
I would focus on my community. Like, he already has tens of thousands of people within the real world.
Okay.
He has that, and a lot of people have been asking, constantly are trying to, give information about what's going on with him. Every day it's like easily 10,000 people just logging in, just to stay up to date.
I see what you're saying.
That's not enough for him.
Well, it's more because obviously he has different sites and stuff where people were previously blocked, but every time they try to block him or hold him down, he gets bigger.
It gets spread.
He just gets bigger, man. So
That man's like Candida.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. And this goes back to what Steve was saying, right? When you look at when he got canceled, he said, "Okay, my last message ever," and then he went on a crazy tour and spoke more than he ever did before. I think that his initial desire was to reel it back, to just kind of do whatever. But I think that he loves the limelight, and he's got a taste of something he doesn't want to let go of. So he's going to move different. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking that he's going to start creating infrastructure. If it was me, and I understood how I got there, how did I end up in jail for 90 days? That's the infrastructure. It's the justice system. It's the political arena. If it was me, I would start laying a foundation for disrupting those systems. Mm-hmm. Because how do you get back at those people? This is the only way you can get back at them.
I mean, sometimes you gotta just cut your losses.
Yeah, sometimes you do. But first of all, Andrew Tate is like a real life superhero in the sense that he's got the muscles. You know what I mean? He's got the technique. He's got the money, the cars. He gets the girls. He's intelligent. He's got a silver tongue. Like he's literally
Tony Stark.
He's literally Tony Stark. So if anybody can create the spark of change, it's someone like him. He also is not bought because there's other people who have those things, but they're NBA players or they're rappers and they're all bought and sold.
Yeah.
He got his wealth completely outside of any of those. So he's not worried about any of that stuff. So I'm just thinking about what I would do in his position. But you could just tell that he's very, very upset.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the wheels are turning, and whatever he does, it might be covert because that's wise, and I would agree with that. But he's going to at least attack back.
Do y'all think that the people who hate Andrew Tate, a lot of women obviously hate Andrew Tate, and people who are literally left-leaning in a sense, they hate Andrew Tate. Do y'all think that their opinion will change once he becomes, found not guilty in a sense?
No.
Yeah.
No. It's not going to change.
Not at all.
If anything, is going to more solidify the result even more. What this does is it gives ammunition to the opposite side, right? Because for the last 3 months, every time you bring his name up, ew, da 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 da, he's in it's and I believe that was the plan the whole time. It wasn't to necessarily pin something on him. It was just to tarnish his name.
Right.
And they've done that.
They've done it.
So anytime that you have anything to do with children, sex trafficking, anything of that nature, grape, right? It tarnishes your name, even if it's not true.
Yeah.
You're always going to be looked at like, well, oh no, you're that guy that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how they did my boy Michael, man.
Right. I mean, and
to this very day.
to this very day.
To this day.
Touching kids, like it's so mission accomplished.
Yeah, for
right.
sure,
Mission
yeah.
accomplished. So I
And
believe
also that's a classic playbook move.
Yeah.
Like that's in their playbook.
Yeah.
Tarnish that legacy.
He said that. He said that was step 2 or bullet 2, right? They put him in jail. The next one, take him out. I don't think that.
Especially if you have a lot of people who have the mindset of Tristan's ex-girlfriend, who has that 2-week.
That wasn't even a girlfriend, bro.
Yeah, or just something.
It was just a girl that he talked to. Like,
Do you think he had sex with her?
yes,
Okay, that's why.
that's why.
I mean, you think about it. She has sex. It's Tristan Tate.
Yeah.
Billionaire, whatever. Like it builds this thing up, and he's giving her time and attention.
Yeah.
Doesn't take very long.
No,
Like I mean, it is very different when that allure's in. You start to wrap your mind up at this thing. Now, obviously, she's also crazy, also, but if someone wants to give their heart to someone, even if that other person doesn't want it, it can happen really fast.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So,
Because her emotions were real. It's not.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
She tried at first. She tried to say, "I don't really want to speak on this too much because I'm kind of emotionally involved." You know what I mean? So she tried. She put the preface out there, but how deep it went was really weird.
Yeah.
It was really, really weird.
I thought they were like deep.
Right?
when
You
they
would
were
you
talking.
would think that they was dating, like seriously dating for like a year.
yeah.
You know what I mean? This 2 weeks.
2
And
weeks?
also, that's not 2 weeks together. They met at the yacht. He was probably in Miami. She probably lives in Miami. They were probably together for whatever time period he was there, and then he went, back to wherever. They don't stay anywhere too long.
Right.
Yeah. Well, welcome back, Top G, Tristan, all y'all. Yeah, me.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
the two other innocent girls that got caught up.
two innocent girls, Georgiana, and I don't know the other chick name, but hey, Top G's back, man.
He's back.
Man, let's see.
Man, I that like
yeah, I think.
like that was good.
I was at the
news,
gym.
man.
I was on the Stairmaster. First time on the Stairmaster, I couldn't even respond. I got so excited.